Hello peoples of Space Aliens who watch my show, my name is JustinTime and welcome to the 2024 complete Blu-ray haul. And this year I'm going to do all of them. Last year I didn't include like the video game section in that, but they were anime. But this year I'm going to try and include video games and anime. And I'm also doing a new thing where I'm going to film in 20-minute intervals. So I better get going. So let me grab the first set. Okay, so starting off, we got TV shows. First one we got is Stranger Things Season 1. This is the Blu-ray, little collector's edition. I don't have Season 2, and I find it weird that they don't do the other ones. I get to watch all of Season 1, though. Next, we have, quite fitting, since the shirt I'm wearing, we have Avatar: The Last Airbender complete series, as well as Legend of Korra, the complete series. I've watched all of Avatar: The Last Airbender, only watched Season 1 of Korra, and started the second season and just felt it was not good. And then we have most of the Big Bang Theory seasons on that shelf, which is we have Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then to finish off all my Big Bang Theory, I have Season 10. I'm so close to finishing it up. Big Bang Theory was probably my favorite sitcom adult sitcom that I watched quite frequently when I was a kid and had cable TV and that. Next up, we got Doctor Who. So we got Doctor Who, the complete David Tennant collection, but obviously 10th Doctor, not 14th. Then we got some Christmas specials. We got The Time of the Doctor, which is Matt Smith's last one. And then we have Last Christmas with Peter Capaldi. That's his first one. And then I got this as a deal. I wasn't a big fan after watching the first 2 episodes, but I might try it again at some point. But I did get Jodie Whittaker's complete first season, which is the 11th season of Doctor Who. My goal is to not only have a complete collection of Big Bang Theory, but a complete collection of Doctor Who, meaning Classic Who, New Who, and I guess this new soft reboot with Ncuti Gatwa. Because they did release the 60th anniversary specials, and I think you can get Ncuti's first season on Steelbook or something. I don't know. Next we have the first 3 seasons of The Flash. These are the kind of seasons I really cared about, but I do want to complete it. Michael, friend of the channel, friend of ours, has all of The Flash, all of Arrow, I think all of Supergirl, and is basically at this point just completing all of the CW Arrowverse TV shows. Or at least he debated on it, and I told him at that point just go ahead and do that. Then we got, for some one-off TV shows, we got Season 1 of Grimm. That's a blind buy. We have the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? From the 60s. That was one where I planned on buying it when I finished watching it, because I wanted to do stuff where if it's got a physical and I watched it on streaming, we could buy the physical just to keep it, because, you know, true ownership. It was a good deal. I think I got that on Amazon Day with some other movies in that I can't remember off the top of my head. But then we also got Smiling Friends Season 1. Next up, we got 6 seasons of Supernatural. So Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kai and I have only in the course of the year that we've been watching Supernatural have finally got through the 4th episode. We love the series, we just don't watch it that often because it's usually, when I show up there, it's like I'm running on 24 hours since I woke up, and that because I show up there after work, basically, and then we do some other stuff, and then by the time we get home and start relaxing, I'm exhausted. But anyways, I also have Shark Week 30th anniversary. Now to finish that shelf and to start the Steelbooks, we have Fellowship of the Ring. Oh, I forgot to put. I forgot TV shows that I have 4Ks in that I didn't put back in. But TV show also, I have Wednesday Season 1. I will, after I get done with the Steelbooks that I just pulled off the shelf, take the camera and walk over to the Steelbook wall, because there's a couple Steelbooks over there, and I have a wall of Steelbooks. So I'll explain that more later. But to continue Steelbooks, we have Two Towers, Return of the King, Man of Steel, The Matrix, Shrek, the 20th anniversary Steelbook, SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I was trying to figure out, I think it's to celebrate SpongeBob's 25 years. I think that, and then the final Steelbook that was on the shelf still is the Revenge of the Sith Steelbook, which I'm debating how to display it on the wall because, let me take you to the wall. Alright, so this is the Steelbook wall. All my Steelbooks are there, but we're going to start up there because I gotta be careful because I have movies here. So we got up here, we have the Avengers Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, and then to move down here, going from left to right, no real order, but they are grouped kind of in a way. We do have the Best Buy 4K Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Steelbook, this cool Jurassic Park Steelbook I found, Ahsoka 4K Steelbook Season 1, this Walmart Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Steelbook, Andor 4K Season 1, Kenobi 4K Season 1, the complete series though, but there's rumors we're getting a second season. Then we have Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Logan, Coraline 4K, John Wick, Blu-ray, Blair Witch Project, and Blair Witch, Clash of Titans, Wrath of Titans, Steelbooks, The Mean One Steelbook, and then over here is my Universal Monsters Steelbooks. So we got Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, and then Wolfman, which perks of working at a retail store, saw Wolfman in the back room, snagged it like a day or two before it came out. Alright, now we're on to 4Ks. So first off, we have my only Arrow release so far. I do want to get more. I did like this release, but I knew I had to get it when I saw it. It's called When Titans Ruled the Earth, and it's 4K copies of Sam Worthington's Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans. I watched Clash of the Titans from this set recently, and it looked great. Then we got Eminem's 8 Mile and 65 for the A's in the Steelbooks, or in the 4Ks we have A Quiet Place Part 2, Alita Battle Angel, Avatar and Avatar The Way of Water, The Avengers on 4K, and Avengers in Endgame. I still need to get Infinity War and Age of Ultron on 4K. I do have those on Blu-ray though. And then to start these, we have Barbie, The Batman, and Batman Year One. Alright, to finish off the B's, we have Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I hope DC and James Gunn don't make the mistake of making a long-ass fucking title because they're worried no one's going to watch it. I think people wouldn't watch it with the long-ass title, but who am I? I'm just an asshole on the internet in a bathrobe. But then we got Black Adam. Watch this, and, it's one of those movies where it's like, that was fun. I liked it. If someone was like, oh, you got Black Adam? Let's watch it. I'd be like, okay. I don't think I'm going to pull this off the shelf that often, though, for myself. Starting with C's for the 4Ks, we got all three of the Captain America movies. I think it's the only trilogy that of the MCU that I've completed on 4K. Captain Marvel. We got Catwoman Wanted, Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I read the actual story behind this movie, in terms of like the real life story that this is based off of, and the guy ended up in a psychiatric ward, but I wouldn't mind watching that with Kai or that. And then Constantine, City of Demons, the movie. For D's, we have Deadpool Wolverine. I'm planning to watch this with my partner Kai. I have not watched it yet. He really wants to watch it too before he goes back to college and that. Then we have Die Hard, which I've never seen. And I have Dune 2, which I haven't seen. I'm planning on watching Dune, but it's such a long movie. And Quick Ease, I have Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I still need to watch. And I have Ex Machina, which I've watched before. My only F is The Flash. I think the director is an idiot for what he just recently said. During the time of recording, he recently said that it failed because no one was really interested in the character The Flash, and it didn't hit 2 of the 4 quadrants of the audience, which was young and older women. And the only thing that I have to say is This show just had a successful run for 9 seasons when your fucking movie came out, and everyone loves Grant Gustin's Flash, women included. I don't know why I'm getting so hostile in this. The only G I have is Godzilla from 2014, I think. It's the first legendary Godzilla movie that sparked the MonsterVerse. All the H's that I have is Hacksaw Ridge, the original Halloween. My most recent pickup is Halloween Kills. I got that at Half Price Books. Michael has now cursed me into getting all the singular releases of Harry Potter with Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire. So I'm going to be spending a lot of money over a long period of time to find the other 7. And then we got The Howling, which I spent so long trying to find in stores. And we have one of my favorite Christmas movies, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which I don't think I watched this year. Or this past year. I don't know if it's too late to watch it, though. Alright, and to finish off that shelf, we have Injustice and Joker. I haven't watched Joker yet, and I think Joker 2 has made me scared to watch this even more, because Joker 2 was apparently abysmal compared to this one, and that feels like it's gonna taint it. So next up on the next shelf, I just restarted my recording. Oh, forgot to hit the timer button. But next up we have all 4 John Wicks on 4K. It took me so long to get them all. For a while I only had the 3, and then 1 was eluding me. But I finally got it. Still need to watch John Wick Chapter 4. Boy, oh my god. The John Wick movies are so good. Next up are my Jurassic Park films. You're going to be disappointed because I have a whole shelf dedicated to Jurassic Park collectibles in that I have. I own all of them that are on VHS. I owned all of them up to Jurassic World on DVD, and I owned all of them up to Jurassic World on Blu-ray, and then I owned all of them, or almost all of them on 4K. And those are Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, which is my very first ever 4K that I bought, and Dominion. I actually enjoyed Dominion. I even liked the Lotus subplot. I found it the only way that you could really bring in the original characters, besides doing the stupid thing that JP3 did with Alan Grant, which was the thing that got him back on the island was money. The thing that he literally said wouldn't. Also, that was the thing that got him on the island the first movie. So, you know, I liked it that it was Ellie who's like, I need your help to uncover this. And that's what got him to the Dino Sanctuary. So, and I like that Ian Malcolm was already there, like, trying to, like, figure out what's going on. But also, like, playing, like, a double agent. Next up, we have Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Haven't seen Justice League because heard it's shit. Haven't watched Zack Snyder's Justice League because not a big superhero fan, but I feel like I gotta keep up with them because that's what the majority of the box office is. And B, it's 4 fucking hours long. We also have Justice Society World War II. For my L's, we have Last Night in Soho. I just upgraded this from Blu-ray. We also have The Lion King, which I upgraded on Blu-ray. Bought both these at the same time. I have the 2019 Lion King. I have Long Legs, which I need to watch. The Lost City, which I watched in the break room at my Walmart. Alright, for the M's, I have Moonfall and Morbius, which I actually liked Morbius. I felt it was more like a generic origin story movie, so I would have preferred a second movie to flesh it out more. But if Morbius failing, Madam Web failing, and Craven failing means that we don't get shitty Spider-Man less Spider-Verse movies, then it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. For the end, we have The Nightmare Before Christmas and Nobody. I still need to watch Nobody before Nobody 2 comes out this year. O's, I have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Oppenheimer. And then starting the P's, we have Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of Black Pearl. I heard it was a very bad 4K transfer, but I got it for free in a lot with that from Michael, who I mentioned before. He's the one who gave me this, Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire, Avengers, and then I don't remember if there was one more, but he also gave me this copy of No Way Home, which isn't mine. Which isn't gonna be mine. It's gonna be my brother's because I already have a copy of No Way Home. But I'll talk about that later. I also have Polar Express, which I'm sad it didn't come with a slipcover. If you made this far, comment Prince of Egypt in the comment section. And take a water break, but don't choke on your water like I did 2 years ago. Or 4 years ago now. Fuck. That's been a long time now. Alright, so next up, to continue the P's, we have The Prince of Egypt, probably my favorite religious movie I've ever watched. We have Pulp Fiction, which I still need to watch, Puss in Boots 1, and Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish. I really need to watch this one. For the R's, I have Raya and the Last Dragon, which I found actually pretty good, and also Reservoir Dogs, which is one I still need to watch. For a while there, I was actually picking up quite a few Quentin Tarantino movies. I might be picking up, or I'm going to be picking up the Kill Bill movies, because I remember watching those at a very young age when I shouldn't have watched them. And I also want to check out Jackie Brown. I kind of want to watch all of Quentin Tarantino's movies, so I don't know why. Starting most of my S's, because we'll get to the other chunk of S's, because they're all the same film franchise. You probably could guess it. But we have Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on 4K. Scream. I remember watching this. I just don't remember when, which I feel like means I was too young. I was too young to watch it. Shang-Chi. Sisu. Spider-Man Far From Home. And Spider-Man No Way Home. I still need to get Homecoming, but I have yet to watch any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Or I should say any of the solo movies. I know. You don't have to get on me about it. Michael gets on me about it enough. And next up, we're going to just shotgun through the entire Skywalker saga. Starting with Phantom Menace. Why are these out of order? I also don't have them all actually. Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. I need Attack of the Clones. I need to make slipcovers for all the other Star Wars movies. To go through the T's, I have Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. We watched these back to back, and it was pretty fucking good. Toy Story 4. Another pickup from this month in January was Transformers 1, which I need to watch, and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Alright, to finish up my 4K collection, we have Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, which I need to watch. Van Helsing starring Hugh Jackman, which is a really good movie and should have gotten sequels, and is probably, I think, I'm 99% sure it's my second ever 4K I ever bought. Then we got Wall-E, Wayne's World, another pickup that I picked up is The Wild Robot, and Wonder Woman 1984. Now onto my MCU collection. We have Iron Man 1, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Iron Man 3, Avengers Age of Ultron, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming, which I do have on Blu-ray. I just want to get it on 4K. Avengers Infinity War, and Black Widow. I think the only Phase 4, Phase 5 films I have are Black Widow and Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh, and Shang-Chi. But I don't think I have any other of the newer movies because I just kind of fell off, and I tend to get most of my movies secondhand. Unless it's a movie I am very excited for, then I get it firsthand at Walmart with my discount card. Next up we have the Sony Marvel movies, which is Tobey Maguire's trilogy and Andrew's duology, I guess. All Spider-Man films, by the way. Which, now that I think about it, I don't know why I have Venom not there. I also have Venom. I think I had it in alphabetical order, but also don't know why they were out of there. Finish off, these are some Fox Marvel movies. So we got Logan, Once Upon a Deadpool, and The Wolverine. And then starting my DC and ending this shelf is Batman 1989 with this cool Lego lenticular cover. Okay, starting the bookshelf that's behind me, which has the majority of my Blu-rays on it, is the continuation of my DC movies. So we got Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, also with this cool Lego lenticular slip, the first Wonder Woman, the first Aquaman, and then The Losers, which is based off of DC Comics, a DC comic. Alright, and then we got my Disney Pixar section. So we got the Aristocats, the Atlantis 2-pack. This comes with Atlantis Lost Empire and Milo's Return. My favorite Disney movie of all time, Disney's Dinosaur, Disney's Hercules. Just recently watched this with Kai because he had to watch it for one of his speeches that he did on Hades, and how he's talking about mainly like how Hades actually is portrayed in mythology and not how media portrays him. We got Home on the Range, The Incredibles, Toy Story, and Toy Story 2. Next we have all of my Nicolas Cage movies that are not on 4K, because I do have a couple there that are on 4K. But we have 211, Bangkok Dangerous, Color Out of Space, Drive Angry, Outcast, Pig, Prisoners of the Ghostland, Renfield, and Willy's Wonderland. Some of those do have 4Ks that I do want to get. Alright, next up is my other Star Wars movies. So we got the prequel trilogy, just because I'm a big fan of Star Wars, I'm keeping the Blu-rays. We got Rogue One on Blu-ray, the original trilogy, and then the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy. So we got Blue Harvest, Something 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 Dark Side, and It's a Trap. I loved the Family Guy Star Wars stuff. Next up we have Dreamworks. I don't know why it was out of focus. So we have Abominable, The Croods, How to Train Your Dragon, How to Train Your Dragon 2, How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World, Kung Fu Panda 2, Monsters vs. Aliens, I watched this in the theater with my grandpa and my brother, Rise of the Guardians, Shark Tale, Spirit Untamed, and Trolls. And now starting the numbers and the alphabet, we have the number movies, and then we'll get into A's. So we're starting off with 4 Christmases, The 10th Kingdom, 21 Bridges, 51st Dates. And to begin the A's, we have A Charlie Brown Christmas and A Million Ways to Die in the West. Finishing up the A's, we have Angels and Demons and Anthem of a Teenage Prophet. Alright, for B's, we have Becky, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Bill and Ted Face the Music, Blade Runner 2049, Bohemian Rhapsody. I think I've said it in every single Blu-ray collection tour, so I'll say it again. Funny story with this, I bought this at the Walmart that I would inevitably end up working at. Drove all the way home, which was about a 20-minute drive. As I walked out of the building, though, I heard what sounded like a ringtone, so I just didn't pay attention to that. So I walked out, drove home, got home, took this out to put on my shelf, to find it still in one of those security boxes, you know? So then I was like debating, I was like, well, maybe he's got like, this is before I worked there, so I was like, oh, maybe he's got like a tracker that I can't just break it or that. So I took it back, walked back in, and that phone like ringtone happened again, making me realize that was the alarm at the time. And I walked to the front desk. I was like, hey, I have the receipt to show that I did pay for this, but the security case is still on it. And they're like, how'd you even get out of the building with that? I went, beats me, but in my head I was like, maybe don't have a very subtle alarm. Maybe have an alarm sound. And now that place does have one. Alright, next we have Born Identity, Born Supremacy, Born Ultimatum, Born Legacy, the one I hate the most in this franchise, and Jason Bourne. We also have Breakfast at Tiffany's, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, and Bumblebee. Alright, for C's, we have Catch Me If You Can. I watched this in personal finance class in high school. Chaos Walking, City Slickers, the original Clash of the Titans, Contagion, which I watched in my high school health class, Constantine, and Coraline. So I got a call from my dad, and also I needed to charge the camera, so I'm starting to get. So the D's, I got Dark Crimes. Dark Crimes with Jim Carrey. This is rated a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's one of the 10 that I wanted to look at for a video that I was thinking of doing, but I haven't gotten to it yet. We have Dodgeball, the true underdog story. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Remember the 5 Ds of Dodgeball: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Dragon War, D-War. My friend Sophie and I, when we had a sleepover when we were younger, we rented this from the movie gallery. My mom took me there with Sophie, and then we watched it, and we were just screaming our heads off, rooting for the dragons. Drillbit Taylor gave me unrealistic expectations of high school. And The Duff. Been planning on watching it, mainly because it looked interesting, and then I was shocked that Robbie Amell's in it, as well as Bella Thorne. I have 3 E's, and that is Earth Girls Are Easy. 8th grade, I watched about like 15 minutes of it so far, and haven't returned to it yet. It's really good, but it's just that real. It feels that real. I forgot to start the timer. Fuck. Anyways, E.T. I do want to get on 4K. Back when I was a kid, E.T. scared the hell out of me. Mainly because I had this weird dream where he wouldn't leave me alone. He would never stay out of my personal space. And it makes me wonder if that explains a lot. Next up we have F's, and we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. I have yet to watch either of those. We have Finding Neverland, Fire Breather, and Fred Claus. Alright, for the G's I have Gemini Man, Gifted, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl in the Spider's Web, Godzilla King of the Monsters, The Greatest Showman. I watched about half of The Greatest Showman and then I turned it off. Not because it was bad, but because I personally have a hard time sitting through musicals a lot. It's a shocker that I could actually sit through 2 hours of Epic the Musical, but that's just such a damn good musical. But this is really good, but I had to turn it off at one point. I got halfway through and I've yet to finish it. Then we have The Grinch, and my favorite of the two, Grown Ups. And then to start the H's, I have the Harry Potter Complete 8-film collection. Alright, if you gotten this far, type in Hellboy. Alright, continuing with the H's, we have Hellboy from 2019. Hook. I watched this for the first time basically right after my parents split up. I watched it in my uncle's living room. I think it was like one of the first sort of weekends where I went to visit with to hang with my dad, and then we'd come back. I think for like I actually remember the beginning because my parents split up during the summer between freshman year and sophomore year of high school. So it was like halfway through the summer. So we weren't in school yet. But for a month we were living with my grandpa when I was with my mom, because while she was still looking for a place, and my dad was living with his brother, my uncle, but either way, I was watching Hook on cable, I think, or like antenna, at my uncle's. Then we have Hotel Artemis, and then we have Hunger Games Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 1, and Mockingjay Part 2. I've only seen Hunger Games, and Hunger Games had what I call the Narnia effect, which is it felt like it was 6 hours, even though it was only 2. It took way too long to get to the actual Hunger Games for me, and that. So I've just been like iffy on the other ones. Almost forgot one. We also have the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas cartoon, which I also didn't watch this year. What the fuck? I didn't watch Rudolph. I didn't watch any Christmas movie. I watched the mean one. That was it. Now we're on to the I's. So we have Ice Age, I Am Legend, Immortals, Inception. I think I'm 99% sure I watched this on a bus. I watched it on a bus to Florida in high school. In Time, Independence Day, great film, loved it. Independence Day Resurgence, bad film, hated it. And The Iron Giant. It's been so long since I've watched The Iron Giant. I've come to notice that a lot of my movies that I buy are generally movies that not only are they blind buys and like stuff that like people tell me are good, so I buy them in anticipation to watch them, but also a lot of my movies are movies that I watched as a kid but we didn't own on physical, so I bought them now on physical. So alright, now we're on to the J's. We got Jay and Silent Bob reboot, The Judge, Jumper, love Jumper. Wish there was more movies starring Hayden Christensen in that universe. The original Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, surprisingly good when I saw it. Lost World Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3. If you're wondering how I watch those, it's with the Blu-rays. I've yet to actually watch the 4Ks of any of the Jurassic Park movies. I've only watched the Blu-rays, DVDs, VHSs, the theater experience for Jurassic World and Dominion, and streaming Jurassic Park. Alright, so the K's, I have Kevin Hart, I'm a Grown Little Man. This is my favorite Kevin Hart special I had on DVD, and I also was watching that a lot around the first year that my parents split up. We have The Kid, and then we have Killing Season. I only bought this because I do remember seeing ads where Robert De Niro fires an arrow at John Travolta, who's drinking like vodka out of the bottle, and then all of a sudden you see the vodka bottle hit the ground, and the next shot in the trailer, John Travolta has plus marks on his cheeks, meaning that Robert De Niro shot the arrow through his cheeks, went in one cheek, out the other cheek. And I was like, when I saw this, I was like, I need to get that. I need to see that scene again. And I get to watch it. So I don't know if that scene is, or if that whole thing is even in the movie or not. Alright, L's, we have The Legend of Tarzan, The Lighthouse, and The Little Things. Alright, for M's, we have Maggie, which I'm struggling to get that sticker off, as you can see. Man on the Ledge, or Man on a Ledge. The Martian, The Meg, Men in Black 1, and Men in Black 2. Alright, I'm going to combine these next sections because there's only one N, two O's, and then the rest are P's. So for the only N, I have Noah. For the O's, I have Office Space. I watched this in college, as well as 1 Hour Photo. This is a very disturbing movie starring Robin Williams. He made me actually scared of him, and that was very impressive, and I love this movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time, just because of how unsettling Saul is, or Cy. Fuck, my bad. It's been a while. Cy, the photo guy, Parrish, is a disturbing motherfucker. Then we got Paper Towns, which I have a beef with Hollywood. Every time I think of an idea, I think that they're listening in on me. My brain, I think they have something in my brain. This is my conspiracy theory. I was reading Paper Towns in class one day because we were reading it together, and all the scenes I could vividly picture, like crisp movie shots of like all the scenes. I was like, this would be a great movie. I want to make this movie. If I don't make JustinTime, I'm gonna make Paper Towns. I'm gonna get a hold of John Green. I'm gonna be like, I want to make Paper Towns a movie. 2 weeks later, we're finishing up the unit, right? They were like a few chapters away from the end. Actually, no, I think we're halfway through the book. We weren't even near the end of the book. My English teacher tells us that, hey, they're making a Paper Towns movie. And I went, fuck! I didn't say fuck. I didn't get in trouble. But, it pissed me off. I was like, oh, I wanted to make it. Got Parasite, Patriot, Percy Jackson and Olympians, The Lightning Thief. I actually like this movie. Percy Jackson and Olympians, Sea of Monsters. I actually don't like this movie. And Mr. Popper's Penguins. Alright, if you made it this far, say push in the comments section. We still got 2 more movie sections to record. And that. So we gotta get into it. To finish off P's, we have Push. I don't know where to put these because I can't put them the way that they're stacked here, back on the shelf. They're kind of on an overflow shelf that's just actually collectible, so I think what I'll do is I'll just set them on the ground. For ours, we have Rambo Last Blood. Funny enough, I thought this was, I don't know why, I thought this was Rocky. There's like a Rocky movie that's got a split reaction. I want to start a series of split reaction movies. And I thought this was the Rocky movie. And then I got out of the store and went, motherfucker, I grabbed Rambo. How did I mistake Rambo as Rocky? The only thing is I saw Stallone and I went, Rocky. It was, I don't know why. But I think also Last Blood's a split reaction movie. Ready Player One, saw this in the theater. Robin Hood, with Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx. Robots. Didn't know that I needed more Ewan McGregor, Robin Williams comedies in my life, but sadly we won't get that. Rest in peace, Robin. We have Rogue. I read the back of this and I thought it was funny. And we have the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stop motion. For S's, we have Salt. I saw this in the break room at work. The live-action Scooby-Doo movie, the first one. We have The Shack. I only bought this because it has Sam Worthington, and apparently Skillet did a version of their song Stars. I think it's Stars, but they did a version of one of their songs for this movie. Shadow in the Cloud. This looked interesting. The Social Network. The Spiderwick Chronicles. I loved this movie as a kid. Didn't know there was a TV show on Peacock or whatever, wherever it is. I mean, include you in the. Actually, I'm gonna include it in the W's only because of the actor. For T's, we have Takers. I watched this once. I didn't realize that Chris Brown was in this. I mainly like this movie because it's got Hayden Christensen in it. We have The Terminator with this cool Deadpool cover. I think Deadpool 2 was coming out around that time. And then we have Terminator 2. I also have, I don't know why this is actually in my normal movie collection. This should be in the shitty movie collection, Terminator Dark Fate. Because Terminator Genesis is in the shitty movie collection. We have This Is the End, Titanic, Tombstone, I'll Be Your Huckleberry. One of my favorite Christmas movies, Tom and Jerry Nutcracker Tale, and Twister. And then to finish off my standard regular Blu-rays that aren't like other stuff, we have Uncut Gems. And this is why I include Uncut Gems with W's, because we also have Waterboy and Wedding Singer. Probably two of the best Sandler movies out there. We have The Whale, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Wild Hogs. I loved this movie as a kid. I've yet to rewatch it again, but that was where I originally was introduced to William H. Macy, who then I realized was in Jurassic Park 3 when I finally was watching Jurassic Park after that. So, yeah, we got that. I think next we'll do the horror movies, even though I kind of did the update to that, but, you know, or just a couple months ago, but, you know, I'll still include it. Alright, it's getting hot in here, but I don't want to take my robe off. We got the horror movies out, so starting the horror movies off with the A's, we have Annabelle and Annabelle Creation. We also have Alien, which also has the Deadpool cover, and Aliens. The only C I have is Come Play. I kind of had the ending spoiled for me for Come Play via TikTok, and I kind of don't like those endings, but I'll still give Come Play a shot. Daybreakers, The Dead Don't Die, Doctor Sleep, and Dracula Untold. Now a big box set. I got a big box set after my horror collection. I think, I don't recall this being in it, but it was just a good deal. I probably never would have bought it if it wasn't a good deal. But I got the big Scream Factory Friday the 13th box set. This has Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th Part 2, Part 3 3D, The Final Chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, The New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan, The Final Friday, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, and the Friday 13th remake, and then a collection of bonus stuff. I also have the extra discs somewhere around here. They're on my anime collection. Oh, there's two sections I still got to cover. Okay. Get Out, Halloween 2018, Horror of Dracula, which I really enjoyed that movie. Insidious 1, which didn't come with a digital and no slip. And then Insidious 2 came with a digital and a slip, which annoyed me. And we have It Comes at Night. We got Jaws. I watched this in college, sleep deprived in the middle of winter, so it didn't really give me the same effect as you would expect. Got The Mean One, really enjoyed it. Mother, The Number 23, Predator, another Deadpool slip. Psycho, I watched this in high school. And The Shining. If you're wondering, I'm going faster through these because I already have a video on my channel, most recently of my horror movie collection. So if you want to see that, click somewhere. We have Split, Studio 666, rest in peace Taylor Hawkins. The Thing, The Wolfman from 2010, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, and The Woman in Black. So there might be a lot, you might see me moving around a lot because I'm going to be putting them back on the shelves there. But we got the anime stuff, starting off with a DVD, I know, not Blu-ray, but it's the only way you can watch it on physical, which is Ghost Hunt. And then another one-off that is kind of a blind buy is Afro Samurai. Then we're going to go through Dragon Ball movies. So we have the Broly Triple Threat, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Super Broly with this cool lenticular cover, and then on 4K I have Dragon Ball Super Superheroes with a lenticular cover as well. Now you may be shocked to know that I don't have any of Dragon Ball Z on Blu-ray or 4K. I hope to finally someday get like either a set or that. But I do have most of Dragon Ball Super. So we have Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part 6, and Part 8. I do want to complete it with this set. I don't want to complete it by getting those new sets. Plus my next anime purchase, hopefully, is going to be Mashal Season 1 and then Mashal Season 2 because I love that show. But next up we have Fullmetal Alchemist Part 1, Episodes 1 through 13. Fullmetal Alchemist Part 4, Episodes 40 through 52. And Fullmetal Alchemist Part 5, Episodes 53 through 64. I do need to find 2 and 3 though, but I think those are going to be expensive. Next set of anime, we got My Hero Academic Triathlon Seasons 1 and 2 and Seasons 3 and 4. I call it My Hero Academic Triathlon because that's what I heard 24 Frames and Nick call it once. Kai is also a very big fan of Bakugo from that. I have not seen a single episode, so don't tell him. He definitely doesn't know already. I have JJK 0, and then I have Part 1 and 2 of Season 1. I can't wait to get the Season 2 hidden inventory arc stuff and the Shibuya incident arc that they're releasing next month. And just quickly get out of there, we also have this 3D anime movie of Lupin 3, the first. Kakashi fell and tackled Sakura. Okay, speaking of Naruto, I have all of the Naruto sets that they released for the original series. So Naruto, set 1, set 2, set 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I also have Shippuden set 1. I still need to get the other sets. And I have Naruto, the last Naruto the movie. Funny thing is, I'm not even going to fix those figures because I'm going to go to bed after I finish filming this. We have One Punch Man and Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt complete series. Don't judge me. I thought it was a good series. Alright, finally, last section. We have my video game collection, which has a few DVDs in it, but the majority of them are Blu-rays and 4K, so I'm going to count it. The reason I have such a massive, strictly video game adaptation shelf is because I plan on doing a video where I go over so many different video game adaptations and like rank them and like talk about what makes a video game adaptation good versus what makes it bad. Anyways, starting off, we got 2 of the 3 DVDs. The Super Mario Bros. Movie from the 90s, and we have Wing Commander. This has Freddie Prinze Jr. and Matthew Lillard in it before they even played together in Scooby-Doo. Next up, we have Mortal Kombat from the 90s and Mortal Kombat Annihilation, also from the 90s. Then we have from the early 2000s, Lara Croft Tomb Raider. And now going through all the Resident Evil movies that came out through the 2000s to the 2010s, we have Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, Tekken 2, and then the final Resident Evil the Final Chapter, at least the final one with Mila Jovovich. The reason Tekken's in between there is because my shelf is in order of release date. At some point I'm going to have some movies in between the other movies, but we're getting there. Next up we have Angry Birds the movie, and then this movie from 2015 is called Slender. I think it's just called Slender, but its little tagline says "Don't trust the shadows." It's a Slender Man movie before that 2018 Slender Man movie. 2019 movie maybe? I don't know. We'll get to it. The next chunk of movies we have Warcraft on 4K. We have Dead Rising Endgame on Blu-ray. Assassin's Creed on 4K. The 2018 Tomb Raider on Blu-ray. We have Rampage on 4K. We have Slender Man on Blu-ray. We have Detective Pikachu on Blu-ray, and we have Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on 4K. And before you ask, no, I don't have Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on 4K, sadly, and I've yet to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I need to make sure that Kai's seen the first 2 movies. Alright, let's get this last batch and then outro. Alright, so we have Civil War break, and also if you made it this far and you're making it to the end, comment, Monster Hunter. Because we have Monster Hunter from 2020 with Mila Jovovich. We have Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. We have Mortal Kombat, Arcane Season 1, Uncharted, The Last of Us Season 1, Uncharted, Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil. Or actually, all of these except Arcane are 4K. We have the Super Mario Brothers movie. And my final movie for video games is Five Nights at Freddy's. Really enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm just hoping that around the same time that I go to Five Nights at Freddy's 2, same events don't happen around the same time. I hope you enjoyed my Blu-ray haul, or Blu-ray collection. It's been a long recording process. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below. What Blu-rays did you find interesting? What Blu-rays were you shocked to know that I owned? And what Blu-rays do you think I should pick up? Or 4Ks. I'm mainly trying to go for 4Ks with slipcovers, because the slipcovers look a lot better on the shelf than the missing slipcovers, which is why at some point I'm going to probably make a video series on me making slipcovers for all my movies. Yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to become Time Traveler Today. Links to all my social media in the description below, as well as a link to Helios if you want to buy your own Helios merch. Helios is my clothing brand, and I try to promote it, and I'm trying to promote it more this year. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoy. Until next video, I'll see you in the future. Bye guys.